feel a need for people. Probably, I don't know, most people. I mean, here in the U.S., my gosh, the average amount of alcohol a person drinks just to get through the year is pretty high. I forget, it's been a while, so I forget what it is, 60 gallons or something, whatever it is. That's a sign that something is wrong with the human being. And if you really think about it, now you don't know exactly, do you, how long this generation has been here, but, it's been a long time, hasn't it? And so, down through the ages, people do this and that, and they get into some pretty intense and strong stuff. They make errors, don't they? And those kind of things over time, it's like a car. So really what goes on when you use your mind and try to figure out what to do with the situation on the earth, which a lot of people are busy thinking about, because it's pretty hard not to realize that things are not looking good for mankind. Boy, they are looking pretty not good. In your own life, I'm sure you can see, well, my gosh, but what is this? This isn't fair, and what can I do? I can't get a job, or pretty overwhelming for a lot of people. Well, apparently the consensus is, someone was saying the other day that 40% of the people who want to work and could work and would like to work in the U.S. are unable to get work. 40%. And I figured out a while back, looking at some government statistics, and this and that, it seemed to me that, as far as I could tell, and somebody else said the same thing, so it must be pretty close to the reality that like 2/3 of Americans are struggling. Sure, they're making it, they're living somewhere, and they have their SUV or whatever, but they're still struggling. They're having a hard time making it. Everybody's working, and of course the kids inevitably are neglected to some degree in several ways. They don't get the attention they need, and then they have problems. They don't develop as much as they could, and then that's that, and then there they are, so they have problems. So it's not looking. I mean, face it, man himself is and it's very reasonable to consider, isn't it? You have that car, no matter how good that car is, maintenance has to be done on it. And this is the difficulty that from our point of view there's no answer, but the Almighty can act outside of that, and has. See, from our point of view, if you take that car and you treat it really well, even so, things get worn, they wear, and no matter how good that car is, then at some point it's just so out of date and just not up for what's going on. It's care for it, it breaks down. But mostly, as you know in life, you don't have time to be taking care of. I mean, you can't devote your life to your car, can you? And so, it gets it has to be replaced. And so, from that, looking at that analogy, that's a problem, because if you replace man and man becomes extinguished, you have a new man. Start over. That man cannot, because people affect each other, and they mate, and they join things. So with the car analogy breaks down at a certain point, because it's more like if you have a bunch of animals that are all goofed up, and you get rid of one, put in a new animal, but the goofed up ones will mess it up too. And so So you pretty much, have to start over. Now, if you start mankind over, God starts mankind over, why then you have to go through this long process? I've heard it takes about I don't know, a long time, many thousands of years. He starts out here, he's pretty stupid. Whoa, he can't even talk, or he talks, he doesn't even know what he's saying. He can talk, he doesn't know what he's saying. He talks a universal language. He says things like, let's see, how it's like, so I'm gonna go over here. What's up? You must talk to him. Says things, doesn't really say. Saying I'm happy and talks. But he can't actually comprehend what he's saying. But eventually he figures it out. And when I say that, that's what that means. And stuff. So that's the root. Let's talk some more about the root of the problem. Let's get into it a little bit deeper. Not using the mind. Let's use that inspiration that guides that is for the wider, the real human. We have to go back to God and be repaired. And that's why God has sent us a special gift, and we must take it up and follow and allow God to work on us. It's not hard to do it. So God is very gentle, it just takes half an hour twice a week. So God work on them gradually. God can repair. This is the only one who can do it. Repair what's wrong in the human setup. He's a really good mechanic and he can repair it. And that way mankind will start to flourish again. But if he doesn't take up this gift, then it could be bad. So that's, you see how that just goes right to it. Face it, admit it. Our brain isn't the problem, it's our character. It's our understanding, our real understanding of why, what we're doing, what are we doing. We're learning, we're growing, we're seeing things, we're witnessing an incredible creation that's here. And I'd like to have kids and love them up. Good food and have a good life, and then go back to a better place for life. It's a joyous can be. And it is to children joyful. Life is a joyous thing. Okay, so take it up and open yourself up to it. Humble yourself and admit that you in your mind are not going to be able. Try to understand it. To be able to figure it out, because you're only going to, when you figure it out, you're going to use that energy in your mind from one of those levels. And as smart as you may be and as much as you may figure, the tendency is going to be for you to come up with solutions that would be, if there was only that realm, then yeah, that would be useful and kind of work. But it's a fantasy because there are many realms. So it has to be something that works across all the different life forces, and it's something that so that mankind, because mankind can arrange his affairs so that everyone has a good chance, a good possibility of having a decent life there and growing and learning, and that's our responsibility. We have the capacity to do this. Anyway, so let me know, and I'll hook you up with a gift. It's free. I'm one of maybe, I don't know, 1,000,000 people who receive this gift officially, and others have to receive it and don't even know they have it. So I'm just a link. I'm just an ordinary person, but I can easily pass this on to you. Take it up. Let's get moving. You should be able to figure out how to reach me. I don't want to just completely expose myself because there's so many trolls. How to reach me, but you should be able to figure it out. After all, I have to moderate the comments, so if you leave a comment and you want this gift, and give me your email address or your phone number, whatever you want to do. I'm not keep my word, and I don't. Obviously, I'm not into this for some sort of commercial benefit or some silly thing. So I'd be happy to give it to you. And let me just say that if you receive this gift, it's yours to do with what you want. You just have to have anything to do with me once you receive it. And give you some explanations of the odd things. You ask me questions, or because I've had experience. I'm not just talking about some other thing. I've had experience with this gift for coming up on 48 years, and I've been hard at it. So I can pass on to you if you want it or need it, stuff that I know. But I say there's lots of other people, and I can tell you who they are, and or you can just try to, at a certain point, you understand enough about the gift, pretty much go on your own. Plus, the guy who brought it, there's all kinds of stuff I can set you up with that, and just real sanity of mankind, not just a lot of babbling, talk of one kind or another. Okay, so I'm going on here quite a bit, so I'm going to stop now. Anyway, that's it. Summing up, as far as I understand things, your mind is not going to lead you to the solutions that you're looking for because of the way it operates. And it's just that mind is great for dealing with those different realms at specific times and frequencies out about something like this or that, understanding those realms. But as far as human beings, humankind, the real human being is concerned, it cannot solve the problems, the wide problems of man. It's just not set up for that. Okay, well, I hope that you were able to look at this as an open mind. I hope you don't think about it too much. Just look at it and let it perk around in there, and then you can decide, that sounds right, and then act on it. Time is, running out, and there is some need to act sooner rather than later. And as you know, if you don't act, then you probably ever will, because you'll get distracted with everything. So, bye-bye.